What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Kim in the building, back with more. As you can see from the title, this is about when God chooses you. Sometimes you don't know that you are being chose, and others don't know either. Like, this is why the Bible says, and I'm just quoting the Bible, not word from word, because I don't know word from word, all of it, and just as a form of reference because most people will believe in the Bible. Anyway, God says He chooses people, right? God also says that people can entertain angels and they don't even know it, like somewhere in the Bible. So, God also mentioned in there, if I knock, will you feed me? Will you nurture me? Will you take care of me? Like, so you just never know who you're going to come in contact with. And I'm making this video pretty much because a lot of people might feel chosen. Like, people done all kind of stuff and said God told them to. This ain't that over here, okay? And everybody that say they chosen, not chosen, you will know a person just like the Bible say by his fruits, okay? Um, Not saying a beautiful apple tree never been through nothing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's not saying that the fresh apple is no better than a rotten apple. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Using apples as a reference now. They're both apples. You know what I mean? But of course people gonna choose the healthy one, the good one that's not rotten. You know who gonna choose the rotten apple? Well, God chooses rotten apples. For your information. And I was inspired to do this read and because the way God worked with me, He take me through things, personal life experience things, and He reveals certain things to me. I can't explain it, but this is how I get messages, downloads, and signs from the universe. Everybody always say God work in mysterious ways, but not open to those mysterious ways. I'm one that is. I'm open to those ways. Very open minded. I've I know God by the way God works in my life. I know God is real by what He's done, where He's brought me from, what I've been through in life. It's evident. It's like you can't deny it. You know, for me, okay, for me, I'm just speaking for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but I wanted to share this with y'all. Hello, I wanted to share this with y'all because God chooses rotten apples. Um, when we go to the grocery store or something, that's the first thing we do. We look at the fruit, right? I can't say that word right, but we look at the fruit. We decide whether or not we want to buy it. We choose that fruit. Same way God chooses people, okay? But in this case, like you be at the grocery store, you're not about to pick up no rotten apple or nothing that look like it's been opened up or tampered with, right? Because you don't want to take that home to your family. Um, I'm not sure what you're trying to say, Tiger Butterfly, but you wouldn't pick that fruit that's rotten or look bad or that package that look like it's opened or been tampered with. You're gonna leave it right there in the grocery store. But God, He would pick that fruit up, and God is so magical, so powerful. He can change it. He can transform it. Okay. You ever seen somebody take a plant, for example? I mean, we talking about life in the universe, right? And plants have electricity in it just like we do. So that's how you know they real. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of shit out here genetically modified that's not real. It don't have electricity. So that's how you would know it's fake. But that's another video. But anyway, a plant, for example, when somebody take a plant, I done seen my aunt, my mom do this plenty of times. You woke up crying. Why? Um, I'm sending you love. I'm asking the universe to send you healing. Um, but yeah, a plant, for example, I done seen my mom bring back plants and my aunts. They always had their flowers or whatever. And they bring them back to life. And they do this by, you know, different ways. I'm not a gardener actually. I don't know how to plant plants, okay? But I seen them do it. Like they will tear off the plant that's rotten or messed up, and they would preserve what's left and put it in. Like I done see mom take a plant out of soil and put it in water in a cup until it gets better, and then she put it back in the soil. Like I have to ask her more about that. But oh, you heard gunshots. Wow. Well, where I live, that's kind of normal, but it shouldn't be. That's a reason to cry. You're very empathetic. I see. Um, we have to learn how sometimes not to let what goes on out there in the environment, you know, control our energy, because our energy is that just that, ours. And sometimes being an empath, you can really take on other people's emotions and feelings. I'm just saying. Um, but you didn't hear him in your space. You heard him somewhere else. Okay. But yeah, still we gotta be careful how we let things and people affect our energy. Because yeah, some people they not even out here living their life. They live in somebody else's and they don't know it energetically. They have attachments. They have people and things and entities attached to them. That shit is very real. Um, but yeah, some people don't even know who they is. They done picked up on so many people's energy. They live in somebody else's lives. And they're not really conscious of it. And that's what bring me to do this video. Um, it's not really about the apple, right? Or the plant. It's about our consciousness. It's about how God communicates with us through our consciousness. A lot of people, you would be surprised, don't even know the difference between our consciousness and our subconsciousness. Okay. So let me just give y'all the ghetto quick version of it. Okay. Do I remember Bunny? Mm, Bunny. Who is Bunny? No, I don't remember Bunny. Um, Bunny heard gunshots. Not in my space. The same, just heard gunshots. Called for Bunny. Woke up crying. Bunny, is that your animal? Um, yeah, I'm talking to a subscriber, guys. Um, a faithful one. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to get interrupted, but okay, you guys, this is about consciousness and subconsciousness. I'm gonna give y'all the ghetto quick version of it. Okay. You have to refresh my memory, like, cause a lot of stuff I just channel and I go through a lot. So yeah, don't remember Bunny, but okay, so quick overview of what the consciousness is and subconsciousness. And I share some things in my community section, guys. So always check out this. That's okay. Tiger butterfly. It's okay. Um, always got the community section, okay? Because I always share information there for you guys too, just for your information, okay? It's always valuable and informative information I'm gonna bring to y'all. But anyway, let's talk about the conscious real quick. It's basically what we're aware of, okay? It's our mind that we are aware of. The subconscious, not so much. It could be like the deep-seated part of your mind where it automatically pivots or do things like, um, for example, walking, okay, blinking. It controls all that. Your subconscious. It automatically does these things. And our emotions and feelings are tied to both, okay? You said you need help now. What's wrong? Who is Bunny? What's going on? You have to go more in depth, okay? And if you want to talk about it privately, email me, Tiger Butterfly. Everything is in my about section, okay? But back to the conscious, subconscious. They're very important because they really run a life force, any of our lives, all of our lives, even. And you got to know, when it's time to nurture that part of yourself. Like, because I don't believe people go crazy. I believe people get stuck in between dimensions, or they just get caught up subconsciously somewhere else. Okay. Um, we live in a dimension, like multi-dimensional universe. Everybody know that, right? So that's what I feel. That's what I believe. That's just my beliefs, though. But it's important to know about the subconscious and the conscious because they act together in the main part of our body, which is the brain. It's a very strong and powerful organ. I believe it's where God resides, okay? It's at the crown of your head, okay? And it's up there for a reason. That's where God at, okay? God is the king, they say, um, the head and not the tail, right? So it's different things like that that make me believe God is up there and God is a part of our consciousness. God is living, breathing consciousness as a whole with all of us, I feel. Um, so to sum it all up, that's your conscious and your subconscious. Now, I've shared other things in the community section that touch on this more because she can say it better than me. Her name is Aisha or Asha, however you pronounce it. But y'all can watch her videos for more in depth information on conscious and subconscious, um, not just beliefs, but just the conscious and subconscious mind as a whole. Okay? Because it's important and it's important to keep it healthy. And the way God works with me mentally, emotionally, and in my life, he uses my mind. He uses us in different ways. And he uses my mind, and we connect it through my mind's eye, whatever you want to say or call it. Bunny in need of help now or in a fight. I'm not understanding what you're saying. Who is Bunny and who's fighting? Like, what's going on? I'm sorry, y'all. I have to talk to my subscribers, especially if they subscribe, because they my main priority. So I don't mean to keep interrupting the meeting, but I'm trying to figure out what she's saying. Um, but yeah, they say a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So that's why I feel like this. It's important, to know the difference with your subconscious and your conscious, because sometimes we don't know why we keep repeating things. We don't know what's going on with us in life. And this is why, because some things we don't know is stored in our subconscious, and a lot of limiting beliefs is stored there as well. You could do your own research about everything I'm saying is true. But pretty much a lot of people don't know about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. I'm gonna tell you a story about, somebody I know went through something that affected their brain, right? And I thought the brain was very fascinating. I never really, I studied psychology before in college, but I never really knew how deep and how valuable the information with learning about that could be. So even though it was something tragically that I went through, that person, it was also very informative, okay? Um, so saying all that to say, get to know you. Get to know who you are so can't nobody else tell you about you. Get to know you so you can know God, okay? And you do this through knowing subconsciously what's on your mind, um, what's going on within you, okay? Subconsciously, you might not even know, but your subconscious do. It stores memory, behavior, um, your thoughts. Even if you've forgotten about them, the subconscious didn't. It basically run your life. It reacts to how you make action and take action in life. So this is all of the things and why it's important for you to understand and know. So do your research on it and learn more about it, because God has taken me there. Like, I know y'all be wanting to learn about love and see what's going on with different people and stuff like that, or interested in predictions and what's coming up and what's going on and all this and that. But also, this channel is a healing channel, and it's about healing each other in every way, and mentally, this is big for people, because if your mental not right, your mind not right, your conscious, your subconscious, then your life won't be right. You know, so it's important to keep that in order and keep that healthy. So I just wanted to say that and share that with y'all. God works with me in this way, so I know I'm not crazy. Um, through this way, through my consciousness and my subconsciousness, my mind's eye, God works with me, and personal life experience, and I take that and I share it with you guys. This is my life purpose. I know this because I know my life purpose. It's been revealed to me. I've even pulled cards on it. So I know this to be a teacher. I'm not professional anything, but I know my shit. Like, and I don't know everything, but you know, I promise y'all I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing that's harmful, that hurt y'all, or that's not true. And if I don't know it, I'm gonna guide y'all to resources like I just did in my community section, so you can learn more about it yourself. Okay, don't just take what I say for face value. Look into it. Okay. I always encourage my subscribers to do that. Um, so yeah, I just feel like it's important, you know, to keep it healthy and to learn about it, to know about it, because in that way it can help you identify things that you're going through in life. Sometimes we don't know why we repeat in patterns, and that's a big one for me. Repeated patterns. Like, you ever wonder why I keep doing the same shit? Sometimes you might not even really know, but it's subconscious. So that's why you need to learn into it, learn how to overcome these things, these battles, these trials, and we're gonna have trial and error, and fight battles in life. So it's more better to be equipped with learning how to fight something. Just like, they talk about this fishermen that teach this person how to fish. They don't really just keep feeding them and bringing them fish. They teach them how to, so they can go out there and get their own. That type of shit. That's what I'm trying to do for y'all. Okay. Um. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that and talk about that with y'all, because God been taking me a little deeper. I know y'all want the readings, the love readings, and want to know what's going on and all that, but this is also a deep channel where we deal with real life. Okay, not just tarot. We deal with real life. We talk about real life and how we can live better and authentically in our true selves, and be true and real out here in this world, in our environment. Just how to bring truth and comfortability into your life. Being proud of who you are authentically, the good and the bad. Um, Learning that no, none of us is without seeing it and without falling short in some type of way, right? But learning that we can overcome those things and teach others, and if we do it as a whole, together, collectively, publicly, we can help others in that way. So yeah, that's what this channel is about. It's not just about tarot. Okay, I'm more than just a tarot reader. I'll tell y'all that in my about section, because I fucking mean it. Okay. um I'm not professional anything. I don't have license. I'm not I do have license, but not doing this. I do this because I love to do this. I haven't gotten that far yet where I'm gonna go get certified to speak on spirituality. You feel me? But maybe one day. But right now, this is allegedly and all for entertainment purposes only. I have to repeat that and constantly say that because, it protects me and others. Okay. So with that being said, I just wanted to share a little bit of that with y'all. How God works in my life. He shows me things that I need to focus on, and then I be obedient. I focus on them. I talk about them. I discuss them. I look into them. If God is putting my mind, my conscience on something, it's a reason why. Okay, even if it's for me to do shadow work and deal with some things subconsciously, it's a reason why. Okay, so this is why you should know how to work those things, what's going on up there, you know, and etc. And if you can't do it, it's always people out there that can help you get through it, whatever you're going through, mentally processing the information. It's people out there. So I encourage y'all and urge y'all to go do that. Reach out to more professional people, because that's what I do. So I want to just say I know I'm not for everybody. Again, who's gonna be meant here to be here is gonna stay, and who's not meant it's gonna go. But they still might cross paths here and come here, you know, for a reason. So you never know. But God knows. Okay. And so with that being said, that's how God guide our footsteps and work mysteriously. Again, a lot of people not open to how mysterious God is and how he work or she. Hmm. But it's very real, and I'm trying to bring y'all into reality. I don't want my subscribers, you know, believing in illusions or things that's not going to come true, or just living lies and living blind to anything. Like, no, that's not what we're here to do. We're not living like that. Not me or none of my subscribers. Like, we're gonna get through whatever we go through because life gonna take us through stuff, right? Life be lifing. We're gonna get through it together, and we're gonna point each other in the right directions, right? We're gonna help one another over here. We're gonna be there for one another. We're gonna talk to one another, and that's why I keep interrupting my reading for my subscriber, because we be needing people sometimes. Um, I want to ask her, how can I help you? But I'm really not sure what you're saying, Tiger Butterfly. I'm sorry for that. Email me, reach out to me, so I have a better understanding. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just say that. Y'all, my first priority. I can't even say the word right. I could never say that word, but y'all get what I'm saying. And y'all one of my first priorities, and y'all my soul family. So why would if anything, I'm leading us to wake up from the matrix, you know, not to be rebellious and go out here just doing all type of shit, right? Not to watch tarot and just get on some bullshit, right? It's to grow, it's to heal, it's to evolve, So if y'all don't know why y'all here, then let me try to help you with that, okay? So yeah, that's why I built this channel. It took a lot for me to build this channel. God guided me here through many obstacles and challenges, not just one. I say love because that's when it clicked. But God working that way. Like, he sometimes have to use somebody you love to get your attention. He'll have to use something. He'll have to pull it away from you. And you got to understand the universe and how God works. That's why you got to build your own personal relationship with God too. Okay, don't just go off of what somebody else telling you about God or how God work in their life. What relationship do you have with God? Ask yourself that question. And if you can't believe what's coming from within you, then you fucked up. You fucked up. I must say, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. You fucked up, and you need to seek help, okay? So you can believe in what's coming from within you. But I feel like you fucked up because so many people tell you don't believe in what's coming from within you, which is bullshit. I mean, which is fucked up. It is, because so many people don't believe what's coming from within them, not trusting what's coming from within them, but can believe somebody else. That's fucked up, because you can trust somebody else, but you can't trust yourself. You can believe in somebody else, but you can't believe in what's coming from within you. That's bad. That's like being a soul inside of a vessel just lost, if you ask me. And I don't want that for y'all. I don't want that for y'all. I'm searching myself as well as I'm asking y'all to search within for yourself. Okay? Clean out the gutter, I said gutter. The gutter, whatever you have to clean out. I was just getting gook and gutter because we all full of that shit, okay? It's different things we all full of. No matter how much money you got, who you are, what you got, that don't matter when it comes to what I'm talking about. This shit is spiritual first, you know what I mean? And we all come born into shit that we have to heal and grow from and evolve from. That's what I'm talking about. So God uses me as that type of reader. I'm different from most readers. I am. I watch a couple. I'm not going to really say no names. Some of y'all that been with me, y'all know a couple of people I watch. I don't watch them every day because that can be unhealthy. Um, so if you're doing that, just chill sometimes, because that can be unhealthy. You don't base your one life off no one tarot reader, or you don't just go through life listening to other tarot readers. Like, you have to at some point stop and ask yourself, what am I doing? Like, why I keep listening to all these readers, like, because you want answers, and I get that part. But at some point, you got to trust what's going on in reality. At some point, you got to trust how you contributing to that, right? Your part you play in that, right? I have to do this myself. So I know it's real shit. And you have to do it too. Okay? It's like God says Jesus had to carry his own cross. You have to carry yours. Just like I got to carry mine. So I hope y'all know what I mean when I say that. Okay? Because we all carrying crosses out here, metaphorically speaking. Okay? But I just wanted to share that with y'all. God been taking me deeper, and that's why my readings on this channel be random. And I don't plan readings. I do most of my readings are impromptu. They're all intuitive. I channel, and I take and get information that comes from within me. Okay. I believe in the spirit guides and the help that I have within me. Okay. I believe it comes from God. I believe that I communicate with my ancestors, my dead relatives too, even. I have some dead relatives that I communicate with. Um, and I'm definitely in my right mind. Okay. Again, college background. I've been to college. Like, I know my shit. I know what I'm saying. Okay, so y'all can't say I'm crazy, but people will. People will say I'm crazy. People would tell you crazy. Don't believe them, okay? If people told you everything and you believe it, you'll be believing a lot of shit that's untrue, okay? So I'm just saying, a lot of things been passed down, or people just tell you what they done heard. And y'all ever seen that experiment where it's a circle of people and somebody start at one end of the circle and they say one thing, and by the time it get to the other person, it done changed. The end of the circle, it done changed. And there's a reason for that. Because people get things wrong. Most of my stuff is channeled. I don't be knowing if it's right or wrong. You do though. And the universe do. So there's that. I have to trust in the universe that he's giving me truthful information, and my spirit guides and my dead relatives and stuff like that. I mean, they have a whole party. They crack up laughing and everything. And I'm getting to know who they are. I don't know everybody that I communicate with on the other side, but some people I do know. Some people I never even met. They were ancient here before I even was thought of. So I don't know everybody. So that's why I say that. And this real shit. And they tell you all the time, you crazy if you listen to the voices in your head and you talk to yourself. That's so true. So not true. So not true. So not true. And they got people on medication for this shit. And I think it's a fine line, and it's very sensitive in where people is diagnosing people with these mental illnesses when they don't understand. Because people fear what they don't understand, so it's easy to just throw a diagnosis on somebody and say, oh, that's what they got. Give them meds, send them home. But how do they really help you? You know, we all know that the pharmaceutical company is the number one making drug business in the world, right? Because if you don't know, you just found out. That shit don't cure or help nobody. It's just how they make their money. Okay? Have it ever curing cancer ever stopped anybody from dying? I mean, they got cures, but what I'm saying is they treat you for it. They better at treating you so they could become rich than curing you. And they got it. They got it. But anyway, that's another video. They don't really help people in that way. Okay. Um, so I'm gonna tell y'all the real. You know, some people just, if you don't understand what a person is going through, you never studied psychology or human relations, you don't know how to relate to other people. How can you help them with what they're going through? See, God been preparing me even early as a child for this moment right here to be talking to y'all and communicating this information to y'all, because I have studied and took psychology in certain classes and everything and passed with flying colors, made the dean list even, and I don't have a degree. And I laugh because that's not funny, but it is funny because that's not what God had for me. It's not that I didn't want it. I love psychology. I don't know everything about it, but I've learned certain things. I've learned enough, okay? And I apply certain things to life, and I can tell other things, other people, certain things that I've learned. And I pass along that information. The wise men don't keep all the information to themselves, right? Like Buddha, for example. And I take from everything, don't mean I apply everything to life, but they teach others the information. What good is knowing information if you can't teach others or you can't pass it along for generations? Okay, that's just how I feel and what I believe. To whom much is given, much is required. And when God chooses you, He chooses bad fruit. He chooses rotten fruit. He chooses rotten apples sometimes. You not, even the Bible, it was people that was up there, disciples that was murderers. Okay, thieves even, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Okay, not trying to spread false allegations or information. So correct me if I'm wrong, but um, same way Jesus chose his disciples, God chooses his people. So for people to be on here acting all holier than thou and like they just, you know, don't go through shit, it's crazy to me. I get why people don't want to share their whole world with the world, like celebrities. Some privacy and shit you do need to keep to yourself. You do. Um, but at the same time, if it help people, why not? Okay, that's what I'm here to do. It's part of my life purpose. So I obtain information and I share it with y'all. And that way I help humanity. Okay. And I'm helping the whole world globally by making YouTube and making videos on not just YouTube, other platforms. I'm on Facebook. One of my pages got took down because of my son. Got another page. It's called Half Spoken. And that was actually originated and started off as my poetic page that I had poetry on, but it didn't change now. So y'all can also reach me on Facebook at Half Spoken as well. Y'all gonna see that on all platforms I'm me. That's one thing y'all gonna see. And I'll share that with y'all because I don't care. It's already out there. It's already on the internet, so it's already global. It's already out there. So me personally, I don't erase videos. I don't. Sometimes I do. It's very rare, but it depends. Like a lot of my mediumship videos, I didn't erase and they done went viral, and I don't care. I still erase them because, for my own personal reasons. I'm not gonna share that with y'all, but they stay up for so long and then I erase them. But anyway, I'm not making no money off any of this. I do this out the kindness of my heart. I do this because I'm guided to do it. I do this because it's part of my life purpose. I do it with or without tarot. I've always done it that way. Okay. Tarot is just a added tool that God gave me and told me it was okay for me to use. But I've been doing this since a child. I've been doing things for God since a child. And a lot of things I don't even share with people, like my own immediate family sometimes. Like I remember this story when I was in a bar, and I'm going to tell y'all this. I told y'all this before in one of my videos, but I'm going to tell y'all again. It was this girl. I was sitting in my car in the parking lot with my children, and I seen her, walking past, and I read people energy and stuff, and I don't even mean to. I automatically do this subconsciously. This is just who I am. A gift of mine. I'm able to look at total strangers and know what's going on in their life, um, without even knowing them, right? And so God talked to me when I was sitting in my car one day and told me to, help a lady. And I wish she'd come forth. I forgot her name. I never knew her name, actually. But I did run into her again. I never thought I was going to see this lady again, but I did run into her again at the bar. That's why I'm going to tell y'all this story, because it could be significant for somebody. But anyway, I did this on a regular morning, sitting in my car. I was actually going over to my nephew's house, rest in peace, who's dead now, to go pick him up and do something. And I was sitting in the car, and I seen this lady. She walked past, and something told me to, well, not something, God told me to help her. And I'm arguing with God in the car, like, well, I don't even know this lady. And I'm arguing with God about money, because God, like, go give her some money, right? So I'm arguing with God, like, well, how much money and all this stuff. And it's not that I didn't want to help the lady. It's just that I didn't know this lady, but this how God used me. Okay? And so I'm sitting here arguing subconsciously with God or whatever. And so finally I get out the car. I did not, by the time I'm done arguing with God, the lady's gone. The lady's gone, right? The lady is gone. I don't know where she went. I know these are apartments, right? And I know my nephew live in one of them. But I don't know nobody over here, so I don't know where she went. So God, like, just go do it. Go do what I told you and help her. And I'ma show you the door. I'ma show you the door she went in because she gone, right? And I'm just thinking this is crazy, right? I'm thinking, okay, I'm fucking crazy. I'm out my mind. I'm hallucinating. I'm talking to myself. All this. This how God work, and this is why I'm telling y'all this story. So I get out the car. After I'm done arguing with God, it took me like 10 minutes sitting in the car like shit. I don't know that lady and stuff like this. Like I was still growing in my, and I wasn't even doing tarot at this time or nothing, right? So I was still growing in my spirituality. So, you know, I could be a little hard headed, a little stubborn sometimes. So, and I've been arguing with God, and God know this, so I ain't afraid to tell y'all. Like, I do that sometimes. I never win, but whatever, I still argue. But so, arguing with God, and then, like I said, the lady disappears, she's gone. I don't know where she is. So now I have to figure out where she went. And my intuition, God and my intuition helped me find her. True story. And I found her. So this is what happened. I get out the car after I'm sitting in the car arguing with God about helping a total stranger. Um, I walk around because I had to walk through this field around some steps to the houses, right? To find out where she went. I don't see nobody outside. So I'm like, okay, God, I'm about to go back to my car. I don't see nobody outside. He like, knock on the door. I'm going to show you which door. So my intuition led me to this door. I don't even know the door number, the address, or nothing right now. But I was led to a certain door, and it was many doors. And it just so happened that that was the right door that this girl went in. Right? It was God showing me. It was God guiding my footsteps. It was God revealing it and me intuitively choosing the right door. That's how your intuition works. And I chose the door. So I knocked on the door and I immediately said, I know you don't know me because somebody knock at your door, you don't fucking know them. I mean, what you gonna think? Who the fuck is this, right? So I didn't know what these people was thinking. I just knew what I had to do. And so I told her, I said, I know you don't know me. And I said, but God sent me here. And I know I sound like a total fucking lunatic or fucking nutcase. Yeah, all that. But I told her, I said, God sent me here. And he told me to help you. He told me to give you this money. So I was giving her some money, right? And she just started crying. Like, she just looking at me like, what? And she's just speechless. And she looking at me and she knows she don't know me, but she's speechless, right? So she was like, how did you know? She crying and everything. And she was just like, oh my God, God is real. God is real. And I can't believe this. You don't know me. God sent you to me. Like she was crying. And that touched me. In that moment, my skin started to crawl. The hairs on my chest stood up, everything. And I'm just like, okay. So I was uncomfortable at that point. It felt awkward. So I'm just like, okay, let me get the fuck out of here. So I thanked her, whatever, for opening the door, allowing me to help her. And I told her, I said, God told me to do this. You don't owe me nothing. Just take it. So then I shut the door, right? I left her house and I shut the door. And I felt good. Something in me just felt good, right? And then after that, I go back to my car. And I'm still hearing God say, okay, that wasn't enough. You hard-headed, give her some more, right? I swear to God, y'all. I ain't gonna swear to God, but I'm from the hood, so this is what people do. But I promise y'all, this is real, a true story. So I'm raising my right hand to God. This is a true story. So I go back to my car and God tells me now, you didn't give her enough. You have to give her some more. I don't know what this lady need, but God do. So I'm obedient. Of course, I get out. I go knock on the same door. I give her more. I tell her, like, look, God told me I ain't give you enough. I have to give you some more. So that's what I did. She probably thought I was fucking crazy, but she was glad this crazy came to her door. I don't fucking know, but that was that. And I left, and I never seen that girl again until like years later. And I mean, this was years later in the bar, and I didn't even go up to her. She came up to me. She remembered me, because who wouldn't remember something like that, right? That's how God works. And I'm in the bar at this point. And at this point, I did not want her to. I knew and she knew, but we the only ones that knew. I didn't tell family members, and I'm in the bar with my sister. I didn't tell anybody about this. I kept it between me and God because I'm a firm believer in when God tell you to do stuff, you keep it to yourself, right? So that's what happened. And so years later, I'm in a bar. I'm getting drunk. I'm kicking it, right? And she sees me and she like, oh my gosh, I remember you. And I'm like, I don't remember you because I didn't remember the girl. And a lot of things God lead me to do, I don't be remembering, y'all. So that's how you know it's not me. Like, so anyway, she remembered me and I'm in a bar. I'm telling her, shh, shh, shh. I'm telling her, be quiet. Don't share it with nobody. Don't tell nobody what I did, right? I'm telling her this. And she like, what? Girl, I'm telling everybody. And she just started to tell my sister what I did for her. And so my sister looking at me like, you did that for real? Wow. And everybody in the bar that's listening to her tell them what I did for her that day, they was amazed. And yeah, it felt good, but at the same time it didn't because I'm in a bar and I'm feeling like, okay, that was from God, so I shouldn't even be in a bar at this time. And she telling people about this in the bar. I feel like God used that for somebody else in that bar at that time. Maybe. I don't know, but that's how God uses people. And he used me to bless her. So we in a bar one day. So she told this story and she probably blessed somebody else with that story. Who knows? Only God knows. But that's how God work. We all connected in that way. So I was embarrassed at this point because I am this spiritual person. And here I go in a bar turning up. I am a spiritual person, but I'm a human being too. So that's why I said what I said in the other videos, y'all. That's why I say I am who I am, and I'm all of these things, right? So I'm embarrassed, and I'm telling her, "Be quiet, shh, shh, don't tell nobody and shit." And she tell the whole bar. So now everybody is admiring me and looking at me like I'm Jesus or something. I'm just like, to glory be to God. God be the glory goes to God, not me. Like I'm nobody. Like, and I'm telling them that even in the bar, like I'm just a regular person. I'm just Kimmy from the block. Like, you know, give the thanks to God. Like, is what I'm telling them. And like, I didn't do nothing special. I mean, I did what I was told to do by God. I was obedient, if anything. And I did not want to do it. But, it helped her and it touched her soul so much that years later she found me in a bar and talked about it and told people. And I still don't know that girl's name. And I still might run into her and she always gonna remember that. And that's how you touch people. Total strangers. And that's why I say I don't believe people cross paths for no reason. It's just how God works, whether you know the reason or not. And so at the end of the day, my sister learned something about me that day. She learned that I am obedient to God and I do mysterious things when God tells me to. That's what my sister learned that day because my sister didn't even know this about me. I'm like kind of weird, the weird one in the family, right? The black sheep in the family, the different one in the family. So yeah, they don't know a lot of things about me. People think they know you, but they really don't. So saying all that because it's very important for you to know, you know, and be able to trust in your own subconscious in your mind and what God is telling you to do because that's where God resides, y'all. That's where God works, okay? So I'm going to just end this video with that. And y'all stay tuned to the next one. Peace and love.